You fuck up. Come on, guy. Oh, fucking guy here. This is stupid.
When I step in the place, throw your hands in the sky. Ah! Come on, fucking guy. These girls can't have me and it makes them fucking cry. Ah! Come on, fucking guy. On my way to court in a suit and a tie. Ah! Come on, fucking guy. My brother's in the cannon won't get out till next July. Ah! Come on, fucking guy. The people are shit. That's how I feel. I'll smash your fucking head. That's how I'm real. Anything you need, that's what I deal. My stomach was empty. That's why I'd steal. I don't trust nobody. That's why I don't blink. Whatever gets me drunk, that's what I drink. I fuck all day. That's why I stink. Bitches love the Blanco all covered in ink. The kids buy my shit. That's how I get cash. Bitches see the kids buy it, that's how I get ass. I grew up beside a stripper, that's why I'm trash. Remy Martin in my glass, that's how I got class. Rappers got me angry, that's why I'm pissed. They're all fucking garbage, that's why they got this. The girls come to see me because they can't fuck. You'll never sell records because your rap sucks. I heard your shit come back, saying my name with that gun chat. Your mom's box smells like a muskrat. I'ma knock out your love tap. You wanna go against Chuggo, yo, fuck that. You wanna go against Chuggo, yo, fuck that. I'll put a sign on your back that says I can't rap, and a bruise on your face that says I can't scrap. The way bitches shut you down screams I can't back. You're a filthy piece of shit and you ain't got jack. You can catch me in the alleyway getting drunk and high. Ah! Come on, fucking guy. Smiling at every sexy bitch that's walking by. Ah! Come on, fucking guy. Shots of whiskey and bottles of Molson Dry. Ah! Come on, fucking guy. Fucking with me, you must really wanna die. Ah! Come on, fucking guy. I put mayonnaise on everything, that's how I eat. Lakeshore Boulevard, that's how I'm street. Can't say no to pussy, that's how I'm weak. And I've been told I'm only nice when I sleep. Loud with a slur, that's how I speak. In your lobby with a knife, that's how I creep. Drown in the lake and get found in the creek. Blue in the face, cement surrounding your feet. You talk shit, and that was the beat. That's why I'm gonna roll up and smash in your teeth. See that fire right there? That was the heat. You deserve a...
You've waited all week for your dose of ... stupid.
Quiet down, dummies, I'm talking.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
Shut up, dummies.
Hey, Facebook. I'm sorry. I'll introduce him before we start getting angry about things. Oh, man. He didn't speak, but he did grumble. I'm sorry. Hey, everybody, it's hashtag WrestlePals. We like wrestling. And, that's pretty much it. Right? Oh, man, he's sad. Hey, everybody, see if you can help cheer him up. It's hashtag WrestlePal Justin. Justin, how I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me do this right. Hashtag WrestlePod Justin, a real man of science.
A real man of science.
You work on that. You really do. I can tell you do. Like on the way here, are you watching it foam down? Is it fizzing? Is your science bad? This is evil science. Oh, you feel better. Oh, my goodness.
Delicious.
There was that trepidation. You had me hanging on every, let's say word, but you didn't say anything. I was hanging on every, good Lord. Invisicup? See, look, I give you the invisible cup. Where are you pouring that to? What ether are you pouring that into? Aether? Ether? I wish you were drinking just straight ether. That would be a good show right there. Hi, everybody. I'm hashtag WrestlePound Nate. Justin is drinking out of an invisible cup. You'd know that if Facebook were live right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
No one's going to watch the show this week.
we're angry about it. You know what?
Marigolds.
Yes. Thank you. For those of y'all jumping in on the YouTube because Facebook is on fire.
Yeah.
First of all, what have you been doing all day? Like legit, without Facebook, what do people do?
Twitter.
Hey, Dakota agrees. Dakota,
Ellie's on the YouTube machine. Kane is on the YouTube machine, and Jenny is slumming it on the YouTube machine.
did I say who I was?
Yes,
Oh, then I brought the show down. That's what broke Facebook. See?
it's very much a happy Nate Appreciation Day.
For Christ's sake. Look, dude, no. Veto. If we're like co-equal branches of govern pal, then no. Vetoing it. Justin,
Nathan.
before we get to, because it's Christmas season. This is the 12 days of wrestling, except it's 28 days until Mania or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Tis the season to talk about WWE and its product, right?
Mm-hmm.
You jerk.
What'd I do?
You tricked me a week ago
Mm-hmm.
into just throwing on in the background one Impact Wrestling, because you know why?
Why?
Because we wanted to be fans
Mm-hmm.
of product and
Yeah,
support
stupid Facebook. You're right, Chris.
and so that's a standing statement since the dawn of time. Cavemen wandered outside, looked at the sun, and were like, that hurts. Stupid Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And that's has been a guiding mantra for humanity. And somewhere about 20 years ago, I don't know, when was Facebook invented?
Everybody else is getting to do posts and tag me in them and stuff.
About yes, I'm number 2. Big pile in number 2.
But I want to make posts about the programs I do.
Oh,
Boop.
there you go.
Yeah, we
Did
went
you just like yourself?
No,
Okay. I do that sometimes. It's fun.
you don't like yourself. What are you talking about?
Why are you changing the subject? You're right. But why do you need to bring that up? You think I don't know this? Justin, we've made an effort to be outside of the WWE, for lack of a better term, universe? Seems fitting. And you're like, hey, watch Impact. And I'm like, I'm not gonna. But maybe I will. And then you're like, no, you won't. And then I kind of did, half-ass. And guess what? It was some kind of all right. That being said, we had no standing arrangement for Impact this week.
Right.
Guess what I kind of did?
I got to be honest. I assumed that.
That was it. It was a failed experiment. Onward and outward. Get gone.
Assumed we weren't going to be able to get to Impact this week.
I just wanted to throw it out up front there. I mean, I didn't want to go like deep into it or anything, but I want to say, hey man, if you haven't given it a shot, hey, it ain't gonna cost
Here,
nothing.
look, I'm tagging you. On
Go
Facebook.
go check out Impact. It's kind of not bad.
See,
And they had they've had storylines that continue week to week. They've had a
Disco and Scarlet.
this is okay. Look, people seem to love the disco stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I
Never mind,
still
can't
see
do that.
Disco Inferno, and it still bothers me. But hey, they're doing bits, Justin.
They're doing bits.
Hey, look at them. They're doing bits. Not everybody does bits.
No.
People tend to either try to take themselves too seriously or they're too way out there. Impact is walking a fine line of, hey,
Cody, Nick, Matt.
God damn.
Oh, you aren't them. Does AEW have any places left? Can you hire me? I seen some of the stuff, obviously, because where I stream Raw and SmackDown, that they show bits from Impact and MLW, and that's where I get to see.
Well, the big thing that happened this week, and if you get a chance to check it out or at least watch the highlights, they had their final kind of dark war with Rosemary's team versus James Mitchell's team there. And apparently a dark war means we're changing out the light bulb and everything's red now. And it was a 3-on-3 women's tag match, and it was pretty damn exciting.
All the bits and pieces were there.
Yeah, man. It was exciting, fast enough pace. You got to see some different people and some people that I've heard of and not seen too much of. And it wasn't even the main. They built it up like it was going to be the main, and then the main was the Lucha Bros match, which was deserving of being a main. And I don't know if you saw this. This might draw you back in. Johnny Impact's injured.
Oh.
I mean, he's not. He's got like the big like you stuffed a couple tube socks into one tube sock and then you wrap it around your neck and call it a neck brace. It makes me happy. But I see him with his hair pulled back and he's like, "I'm injured." It's like, okay, Justin's gonna enjoy this very much. Do you like the injured Johnny?
I'd rather he just not be on the show. Well, no, okay, that's not right. I just would rather him not be champion. That's all.
Okay.
I don't mind the guy. I like the guy. I just would rather he not be champion.
But Impact feels like they're getting a nice little space for themselves with hey, these are our dudes. These are our outside indie dudes that are going to raise our profile a little bit, and we're developing our own stuff. And you know what? It felt like a decent little show.
Yeah.
I seen probably going to give it another week, man. Just to see where they go from like a big show, because this felt like a big show for them, and good for them. Kind of counter programming, like, hey, we're not going to pile everything on WrestleMania week. Let's grab some audience while we can. And you know what? It stoked my interest for wrestling for the rest of the week. Got me excited for FastLane, and I decided to just kind of enjoy FastLane, and I did. And then Raw was pretty great. Yeah. And then SmackDown was fantastic.
Yeah. As always.
Impact not ending a week. It felt like it began a good long weekend of wrestling, and it felt good. It's a good place for it.
I really wish. I actually agree that it's really a terrific spot for it. The 2 weeks I caught it there, it doesn't feel out of place. It's at a time of the night where like I'm getting ready for bed or doing nothing, like playing a video game or something that I don't need to be doing that. I could be honing my craft.
Can we do that on the internet? I mean, we're not on Facebook right now. Can we get away with I don't know. I don't like where that's going.
I don't either. Ellie says her guy isn't having a good week. Yeah, unfortunately, Finn. And she wants us to go up to her place for Mania. We got the official invite.
Where?
We'll say Richmond.
Toronto?
Toronto, yes.
Richmond, Ontario, Canada?
Yes.
I assume everyone's Canadian.
Is it raining Nates yet? For Nate Appreciation Day. And Jenny says, "It's raining Nates. Hallelujah."
Okay.
Jenny also says,
I have no reaction to that.
She watched ROH one. It's also kind of not bad. ROH it's going through some changes right now because they lost a good deal of their like big players. So they're
it feels like it's rebuilding. Man, rebuilding is a fantastic time to jump in.
Yeah.
Watch people like struggle, fail, and disappear, and watch people that have been a long time people step up and take place. But beauty of the Impact on the Friday, man. Like I said, it didn't feel. When you look at it, like the calendar, you think Friday's end of week. And no, it felt like beginning of wrestling week to me. And it felt good. Because it usually starts, you got the pay-per-views on Sunday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday. NXT come Wednesday. Big full thing.
Yeah.
You feel like you're tired then. You take the Thursday, the wrestling Sabbath of Thursday.
We sure as shit don't watch wrestling on the Sabbath.
No. The Executioner's Sabbath. It's the reference for nobody. Sorry. Friday's like the night where it's like, I could probably go for a little bit more. And if you need that a little bit more, it's enough to stoke you to get ready for the next week.
It'll be absolutely perfect when SmackDown moves to Friday.
Yes, and when it totally destroys the little hole in the earth that Impact created for itself.
No, to me it's going to be great.
Welcome to the Impact crater.
For me, it's going to be great because I won't forget it. I'm always looking for more wrestling after SmackDown, always.
Yeah.
Which is most of the reason why I watch
You
205
think
Live.
so? Ah.
So for me, it'll be easy to just, be done with SmackDown and then flip over and watch on Twitch, watch Impact. It's going to be perfect for me. I don't know how many people are like me when it comes to wrestling, but
I think it's not bad, not bad. And I'm waiting to see how the world kind of changes wrestling wise.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got like a lot of energy for the beginning of the week, and then I tire out come Wednesday. For specifically for NXT, it's usually like pre-tape. I've seen what happens. Okay, I'll go see if I want to see highlights. Forgotten Sons, I'm okay. No big deal. I'm fine.
don't like the Forgotten Sons, huh?
Just haven't clicked for me, dude. Sorry. Hey, look, man. How many different iterations of Angelo Dawkins did we have before I was like, that guy's the greatest and could do no wrong?
Lots.
Yeah.
Lots.
I thought you were about to just talk garbage about where he is now. Nope. This is the best Angelo Dawkins we've ever had, and he's never had a misstep in his career.
So, you want to go to Seattle for Mania?
Wait, what?
Chris invited us.
Well, I've got
go
to
to his
work.
place.
I've got to work Saturday.
I feel like we
how
can
far
make
of a
that
drive
road
is
trip.
that? Because
2
we ain't
days.
getting like 2 days. Then no. Weird. I've got 4 days off. Oh wait, no, I've got 3. Screw it. We're done. Can we drive there and fly back? What are we gonna do about cars?
Ellie says she lives by the Richmond airport.
It seems to go close to fly. So sorry. No, I don't know. I don't know what to do for Mania, man, because it's looking like 17 matches.
I know.
Every one of them's a one-on-one, and everybody's on the card.
Oh God, if you take the shortcut through Tennessee,
I got
no.
there's no shortcut through Tennessee. It's going to feel longer. Ohio feels like a very wide state when you go to drive through it.
Yeah.
How wide do you think Tennessee is when you go to drive
Right?
through it?
Ugh.
It's already wide. No, thank you.
King Kenny says he'll be a ghoul. This isn't ghoulish. I mean, I disagree with you, but it isn't ghoulish. And say I'm already bored with the Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda storyline. It's just too exposed to me. We'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, because that brings up the debate of, hey, what order are we putting these 17 matches in?
Yeah.
My goodness. Which is definitely something we have to start looking at. Because, I mean, there's up and downs every week, and I don't think they're going to know the order until they get their day of.
Yeah.
And beginning of the show, 40 hours before the end of the show. Because this is going to be, I don't know how much I want to travel come Mania time. You know why? Because it's going to be an entire day.
It's going to be an entire day.
I'm
They
not
really
even
need
kidding.
to start considering like Mania being 2 days.
I kind of get the feeling like, well, because then they're going to treat like day one like pre-show, and then they're going to do like, it's going to, which Mania was it where they did separate locations? 3?
2 or 3.
Where it felt, granted it was a different time, so nobody kind of done it before, so it felt big because it was new and different then. But I got a feeling that would change how we would feel about Mania if it was 2 days. It'd be like, oh, okay, there's day one, that's cool. All right, they're going to do one of the mains that night. Cool. I'm going to go to day 2 is the real day, though, and they're going to treat day one as kind of pre-show day. But they've already got kind of like the access, like the 2 days before. Mm-hmm. By 2 days before, I mean matches those 2 days before, and then like another 2 days on the other front of that for just hey, ain't this cool? It's wrestling. Ain't it great?
Ain't that great?
Ah, God damn it! No,
You fed that one up.
I
Slap
know
nuts.
I did.
Way to go. Slap nuts.
Oh my God. Oh God. I swear, if you look at Double J's like stuff, it's the exact stuff Bastion Booker was wearing.
Chris does want Biscuitville if we go out though.
What is-
Biscuitville is the jam.
What the hell's a Biscuitville? Don't act like I should know what the hell that is.
It's a biscuit fast food joint. It's breakfast only, and it's the greatest and best of all times. Of all the times.
Please tell me they close at like 11:30 every
I think
morning.
it's like either noon.
Wait, really?
Noon. The latest they're open is 3. They're not open at night. It's only
When I
breakfast
want
and
it.
Maybe let's see. The first one we went to is in Danville. They're mostly in North Carolina. There's a couple in Virginia.
What time are they open?
6 or 7.
See, that's not early enough for me to stay up all night and go get breakfast, because that's how I want to get breakfast.
Or maybe it was earlier. I don't remember.
If it's like 5, it's like, I can make it
might be
5.
5.
I'm going to make it 5. I'm going to get that first biscuit.
Danville used to give me a headache.
It's going to be a little underdone. I'm so sad.
LOL, Waffle House.
Who's making fun of Waffle House?
Ugh,
What?
I don't like a Waffle
It
House.
depends, because there's some dirty.
I almost got
dirty-
shot at a Waffle House, so.
Everyone's almost gotten shot at a Waffle House. I got to tell you a story off air.
Okay.
It involves my job and a Waffle House.
Oh.
So, that's a good mix of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone threw seafood at the lady. It's in my car. I want them to pay for this. No. Kids, besides the point. Ask me later. Seafood, work, go. Justin.
Nathan.
So where you want to jump first, huh?
Well, let's blast out, because it's already 20.
Mm-hmm.
Let's blast out Fastlane,
Okay.
because
Maybe I need to try that ROH. It's been a while since I've tried it.
it's been a while. We went out of town a couple weeks ago, and I caught like bits and pieces of it, because I always forget it's on Sinclair, so it's local television. I could watch it every week, but I always forget.
If they don't make it appointment viewing, it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
And TV in general feels like it's kind of died.
Yeah.
And just the idea of appointment television is very, very rare anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be something special to do that. And even Raw and SmackDown don't quite give me all that much. I had to watch like Raw stuff on Hulu this week, and it made me very sad to miss out on it. I feel like I missed the appointment to watch the vast majority of Raw. And the parts that I like, always B storylines and C storylines and garbage that gets cut from Hulu. Mm-hmm. That's the stuff I want to see. I want to see the just cut from Hulu version. You really just take everything else out. I don't care. Shield, whatever. The Bobby Lashley, who cares? McIntyre, I don't give a damn. Give me B Team all day.
Kane Kenny is saying you have to share the story. The Waffle House story.
I get a job and this lady calls and I don't know. I send help. Let's leave it at that. Help!
You gotta help, Jeff. You gotta help Waffle House.
I was giving a lady a ride across Northampton Boulevard, or across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. I don't know her name, and she got mad at me and threw her seafood at me from the back seat. It's stuck in my hair and it's messing up my car, and I want her to pay for my car. Where are you? I'm at the Waffle House. Okay, are you parked outside? No, we're sitting at the counter. We're eating. So you smell like seafood. You and your car are covered with seafood, but you needed to stop for waffles. What kind of hash browns you get?
Jenny says that was me.
No, because if it was you, I would have been the one hit with the seafood. Officer will be there shortly, ma'am. Good Christ.
All right, so let's delve into Fastlane, and I hate to say it that way because it makes Fastlane seem like it was less than. And it wasn't. I enjoyed Fastlane for what it was.
We were kind of doing commentary a little bit because you mostly do comments during the show, and I throw in when it's something I need to, kind of, because I like to process. I don't like to necessarily react and think. I gave it like 2 days before I went back and thought about Fastlane in context with the Raw and SmackDown afterwards. And I feel like I'm drooling. My mouth feels wet, like I'm Batista trying to say, "Give it to me." Good Christ, with if you have. Bobby Roode's so happy right now. We'll get to that later. Thinking back on it, I think I really enjoyed Fastlane.
Ultimately, it was a good show.
It's supposed to be, and in my head, it's set up. It's built in my head as this one's going to be kind of garbage because it's marking time until we get to Mania. Same thing with what's one after? Is it Backlash afterwards?
Yeah. Well,
whatever the one.
Payback.
Yes. Whatever it is, right after Mania, I usually look at that as kind of crap show too. I don't know why. It just feels like there's so much invested in Mania that we either get rehashes on the show afterwards, or the WrestleMania is a rehash of something we just got at the previous one, or the one before Mania we get the 6-man because we don't want to give away the singles matches yet because those are what we're saving for Mania, that kind of deal. I also feel like those shows are, for lack of a better term, schmaz of writing. Like, we don't really want to give everything away, but here's a teaser. we want you to tune in and stay and keep going. Especially with the co-branding happening now. I really thought that this show was going to be fine. This is just the things we have to do to get on the road to WrestleMania. We just got sued. But nah, man, I look back at it, and you know what? And there was a lot of setup to get to Mania, but it was all done very well.
Yeah.
And there was some fun matches. I'm not a wrestling guy. I'm a story guy. There was some matches on there that I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
I never say that. I usually go like, okay, I'm going to eat another goat cheese bite thingy that exploded in the oven. Because, well, that's another story. but nah, man, FastLane was some good fun time. Where you want to hit on it?
All right, so I missed the pre-show because my wife was watching what's that show? Project Runway.
It happens. The pre-show was supposed to have like a singles match with Joe and Truth, right?
No, it was Andrade and Ray.
Andrade and Ray, that's right. And then Joe was still kind of hanging around, but we had no idea what the U.S. title thing was. This is what I do not like about this show and why I hate the 3-week turnaround between shows. They were writing show and doing setup for show on the show. So it's just Joe who can do anything and set up the story. There's Carmella trying to get signatures for, hey, Truth needs a rematch because there's no rematch clause, so I need people to sign something because that'll do it. And then Zelina Vega's like, shut up. And then they're bickering and arguing, and then Joe comes into frame. But then Joe doesn't do the thing you're supposed to do where you give like the 3/4 angle. Like, Justin, I'm talking to you from here. Here's the camera. He just like straight up throws his back at the camera and just addresses them personally. I weirdly liked it, enjoyed it. If you haven't learned that from Big E's Twitter, that's how you're supposed to watch TV.
Yes.
From the side, angle in, watch it like that.
There's a TV right there.
That is literally a TV right there. This is how we watch TV, Justin. But Joe just gets right in on them. And it's just like, nah, I'm going to take care of these dudes. We're having a 4-way match, and I'm going to solve all their problems. And he like points at Carmella and like gestures towards Zelina. Joe made the 4-way make sense on the pre-show.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was a better match than was scheduled. And I think it kind of saves Andrade and Mysterio for some sort of stip come Mania.
Yeah.
But that'll be match 19 or 20 on the card. So I don't know, man. Maybe save it for a little bit. Please stop. Please stop.
Well, you know,
or maybe it's like a sub story in the Andre Memorial
that's what I was
thing.
gonna say. Is that
and you know what?
Be in the...
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You want to jam some stories in there? I'm a happy dude.
Well, I mean, when you put some of the stories in the battle royals, it makes the battle royals more entertaining. If you ask me.
Absolutely.
So I was texting back and forth with some friends as we were watching the FastLane.
What's that like?
You know, there is a group that you're in that you just continually ignore.
Justin, I make jokes.
But so they go, didn't we just have this match? And I was like, yeah, we did. And
which one?
The 4-way. And we're not going to start there, but like my thought is this. Joe just won the title.
Right.
What else are you going to do? You haven't had time. You're going to just throw somebody random in there?
The only thing you get kind of a built-in story is Truth.
Right.
That's a singles match. Maybe Joe goes out there dominant, or maybe if you want to keep Truth around and have him look credible against Joe, if you're building up Truth for something, okay.
The match was going to be one of those 3 guys. I mean, or somebody random.
Yeah, or like open challenge and somebody just shows up out of the blue.
That could have been fun, but
yeah, but it's hackneyed and a fantastic tool to make you watch on a Tuesday night.
Yeah,
but come main showtime, I'm already watching, man.
Yeah,
I'm already watching. Don't give me. I like a surprise, and sometimes mix that in there. It's fine, but nah. But this is what I'm talking about, the whole like kind of rehashing thing.
Yeah,
but that's the build we've become accustomed to over the years. But it was okay here. It gives Joe a chance to be dominant, show off Mysterio and show off Andrade without either of them having to take a loss to one another.
Nobody gets killed either.
And nobody gets killed.
Yep.
Even Truth manages to survive.
Yep.
And Carmella and Zelina get some spots with each other.
It looks like maybe some mixed tag action coming down the line.
Maybe.
Truth and Andrade?
You think that's where they start blurring the intergender lines?
Maybe.
Because they tease that a little bit with the whole Dean Ambrose and Nia Jax thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have they done anything with that?
No.
They haven't.
Nope.
It's just kind of like they just floated out there, and then when anybody calls them on, they're like, we didn't do that. What are you talking about?
I don't know if it's more that or more that probably around the same time Roman was like, I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, okay, well, we need to start making plans. And that's why Dean was like, suddenly,
I'm weird again. Hi. An equal opportunity ass kicker.
I love that look he gave. I can't do it, but it was the best.
Hold on, I got you.
Mm-hmm. It was just kind of the best. Where were you out there? What is going on with you?
There, I think I got it.
Yeah,
there it
that's
is.
about right.
That hurts. How did he do that?
The other thing on the kickoff show was New Day and
Nakamura and
Shinsuke.
yeah. I think they said this was the 17th pay-per-view in a row that Rusev has lost on.
Yep.
All right.
It's a weird stat to start kicking around, though.
Mm.
They must have something lined up for him. Unless losing is going to be his thing.
I hope not. Rusev's great.
Oh, shit.
Now you good. You need a towel?
Maybe. Why do you have a towel there?
Oh, I thought it was going to disappear. It's not green enough.
It's not green enough.
God damn it. Mad. Angry about it.
I'm angry about it.
Let's see.
So, New Day won by DQ, right? Is that what happened?
Why don't I know this? I watched it. Did I? This is why I need to put
sweaty
notes
up here.
Sorry, that's why I already got the door open. I put out a lot of heat, Justin. I don't.
Gotta get heat.
Jesus Christmas.
I shouldn't have touched that towel.
Why?
I don't know. That's what Jenny said. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't do that much with it. It's mostly air drying, Justin. It's fine.
Great.
Well, you got it now too. Have fun with that.
Cool.
Nah, it's not. It actually kind of burns a little. You'll be fine. You'll get used to it after a while.
Is that why I'm sweating?
No. Let's see.
We'll talk about that in a second. There is sort of. Maybe I'll.
Oh God. Oh, poor Justin. Poor Justin. So I mean, it gets a match for the kickoff show, and it didn't have to share space with the Andrade and Mysterio match.
Mm-hmm.
So it got to be its own little thing. And you know what? I feel like gave more room for the kickoff show. Made the match not feel as rushed as a usual kickoff show match is.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like it had some room to breathe, and it actually did something.
Plus, it had huge story elements.
Absolutely, and it gave because they teased going into that because Kofi was going to go out with the New Day, of course,
right?
But then somebody was like, "Mr. McMahon would like the McMahons would like to have a word with you about the WWE title match," and so Kofi got like a little excited. But Kofi's been this weirdly trepidatious excited whenever something good kind of happens. So he's like, "I'm gonna check. I'm excited, but." I expect garbage, but I'm good. This is gonna be good. And Big E and Xavier have to go out there alone. And when they finish their match and they come back and they go to try to find Kofi, and it extends on the story. Fantastic use of that match and use of that time to tell a story, setting up the show. It was really good for those elements. Now. What they did with that was vicious and awful.
But also awesome.
Absolutely.
And completely solidifies the story going into Mania.
And doesn't that feel good?
Yes.
It feels good to finally know that we're getting some stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't just we're going to get some stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it.
So this was a weird open.
Yeah.
I think my biggest problem with FastLane is
Cleveland. You're right.
Cleveland sucks. Cleveland sucks.
Jesus.
Cleveland sucks. Hey, I didn't write the song. Co-Besties versus the Usos opens the show. And like thinking about it, I don't know who else you open the show with.
Sweaty Daddy.
I really don't know who.
Sweaty Daddy and Daddy Daddy.
I mean, looking at it, you can't. There's pretty much nobody else. Pretty much nobody. Like initially, I thought maybe the Shield match could, but then when you see like kind of like what it is, like I'm fine with the spot.
Yeah, I remember because I love that they don't necessarily give us match cards up front, and we kind of have to see it unfold. And the package starts, and you're about 20 seconds. Calm down. You're 20 seconds into the package. You're like, oh, this match is next. And then it always does it. They follow the same formula. There's not like once the package starts, it's no longer a mystery. They're not going to play a package and then like, all right, well, we're going to go do this match instead. But as far as what could have kicked off the show, I think the women's tag could have kicked off the show.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like the U.S. title could have kicked off the show potentially.
Maybe, yeah.
It's like, no, we're bumping up to the main show. It's gonna be something else. As far as other openers, I don't know. Maybe the Raw tags.
Maybe.
I think there's the possibility of maybe the Asuka Mandy thing.
But the way, honestly, I thought for sure it wouldn't because I thought it was going to be a squash.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
So Sweaty Daddy and the Miz versus with Daddy Daddy Potato Head out in the audience. So what do you hate about Cleveland, Justin?
The colors,
dude. Okay, yes,
those jerseys were not fun.
If there's anything that makes the Miz look less like a star, it's putting him in those awful colors.
Yeah,
Cleveland. We get that you enjoy having your identity, and good. I mean, you know who you are and where you're at. You could probably find yourself on a map of at least Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
They're not good colors. Now, I'm glad you've embraced them and made them your own.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes weird color combinations kind of work. You look at like the San Diego Padres. Yellow and brown shouldn't work. It does for them, and it gives them an identity. I don't care much for it. But
odd you picked the Padres.
Why is that?
Because we're talking about the Sweaty Daddy match.
Oh, you mean Padres Suetico? I don't know how sweaty is. What is sweaty in Spanish?
I don't remember.
Hey, Google, what's sweaty in Spanish? Thank you, Google.
6 years of Spanish. You'd think I'd remember that.
Mm-hmm. What'd you get through? Spanish 2? Spanish 3?
Spanish 5.
Oh, okay.
Spanish 5. There was only 3 people in my class.
Oye, fanfarron. Jesus.
Our class was so small we had to be in with the Spanish 4 class because there's only 3 of us.
We had gang turf?
Mm-hmm. We were just in the corner. One kid just farting the whole time. Hey, I'm Fred Armisen.
Does that. Fred does. I don't know about the kid. Kid's probably dead. You know that, right? No one can live with that kind of... Never mind. If you say it was legit, like Fred Armisen.
Seriously did, though. Like
for Christ's sake.
Every day he'd be like, hey,
I
man,
think he meant that.
hey, man, I got to fart. And the other dude would be like, go for it. I'm just like, cool, these guys are just farting in my class. Word.
And you glad you took Spanish Cinco?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Elliot,
BN.
Hey, Nathan. Yeah.
C?
Norm McDonald here, you know.
Oh.
Elliot thinks that, it'd be a great idea for a new show, if it was, Nathan Emilio, you know that guy? Nathan Emilio? You know that guy, Norm McDonald, me, I think be a good co-host, Yeah. Have a Nate and Norm show, It'd be kind of great,
Look.
Talk wrestling,
Look, first of all, I am not top billing on any show, let alone with literally anybody named Norm. I'm going to take second billing just because it sounds better. That's all.
Nathan Normal?
No. Norm and Nate. Sounds better. Nate and Norm? I don't know. Norm's a little softer than the vowels. No, we would not. We would sit there and awkwardly pick at each other. And then it would become a contest of who could hurt each other's feelings more. And the answer would be, I would get my feelings hurt first. And then it would be awkward and weird. But I'd keep coming back and then be like, why'd you come back? I'd be like, I don't know. And then I'd sit down and not leave, even though it's obvious that I should have left.
Chris Witt says Mrs. Dad looks like he drives a Trans Am and drinks Coors Light. I think that's apt.
Can we talk about Mrs. Dad?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's about enough. Wait, are you pulling up the picture?
Hold on.
Look, if you're pulling up the picture, then I have a lot more to say on Mrs. Dad. All right, here we go. Look at that man. Look at Sweaty Daddy
Not a good-looking man.
doing everything he possibly can to get some expression on that face. He says, "Be happy," and squeeze his face, trying to mush it upwards to make a smile. Be sad, trying to grab the jowls down. You figured gravity alone would move them downward, but no. There's a Sweaty Daddy trying to give him mouth-to-mouth personality resuscitation, and it's not working. He's going in for the kiss, and what's his name? George
Miz.
George the Miz. It really could just be any generic dude name. Carl the Miz. That actually sounds kind of cool. George Miz. Just zero on his
Bunch
face.
Of cool stuff that Jenny sent that I can't use. I got to get it onto your computer.
Oh, okay. What, for the other thing?
No, for this.
For this?
For our show.
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun,
I don't have it logged in over there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now, you might think I'm taking a hard line on...
Just a whole bunch of cool stuff that we can't use this week. I get it over there. Anyway, sorry.
Nah, it'll be good for once we're back on the book there.
Yes.
That being said, it sounds like I'm coming down hard against George, Mr. The Miz.
George.
George. Nah, he's my favorite. I want him as the GM of every show. If we could get him to do a 20-minute segment on the beginning of every show,
I hate you.
I would
for
be
even
so
suggesting.
excited. Like I want like if George can't do both shows, then we got to get Mike Adamley back.
What is wrong with
I want
you?
George to do an exciting segment at the beginning of, "Hey everybody, has he ever talked on Mike yet? I'm proud of you." Has he said
Sort of-ish.
proud of you? Proud. I want to meet Mrs. Mom. I want to meet Mrs. Mr. The Miz.
You know what you need?
What? Just to see, because she has to be just oozing personality. Like for Miz to get half of that genetics, I think he has to be careful.
Careful.
No, whose searches you got up there? Is it mine?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, you put up YouTube? Okay, it's drag stuff. That's not me then. It's fine. I'll be damned if his head does not look like a potato. And I mean that with this most sincere, like, I've got a weird potato head, but I can move it. Like, watch this. Look, I'm happy. I'm sad. It's the same face, but damn it, I'm making a face. I'm doing something with it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing? Please, for the love of God, tell me. Okay, Justin, I'm happy now. Justin.
I don't know if the song will get through.
Justin,
Huh?
give me what I want.
I'm gonna give you what you want.
That's coming through.
To us.
Oh, God. Oh, there he is, reacting naturally. What? Like everyone else is. Why is he looking at that lady for? Wait, that's
Well, that's his mom.
That's Miss. Look at her. She's reacting. He's awesome. Jesus Christ.
My favorite part is when, like, they...
What? Oh, no, not Mr. Miz. Look at the fans reacting better. This is dad. Oh, he's got a theme song.
Yeah.
Haters wanted. Here I am. Hello. Hello. Not a fan.
My favorite part is when
He just
his picture peeks in.
Oh.
Just kind of leans in. It's the best.
Oh. Justin.
Huh?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh.
We're talking about him.
Hot damn. I'm sure there was a match as well. I wouldn't know because I was too busy. Oh my God.
He's got his own Titantron and everything.
Uh-huh.
I wish you guys could hear the theme.
Oh, is it not coming through?
No, I don't think
It's
so.
generic as all get out, and
Yeah.
guess what? Great. He's awesome. Oh, that means I should be talking more. Can do. Look at his potato head. Like,
Mr. Potato Head.
like he has to have a little hatch on his back, the little eyes and extra lips and stuff pop into, right? Like, let's look at the hair. Now I got room to talk about hair, but damn, dude. It's amazing. I love that man. Watch him. Natural reaction right there. He's kind of excited, probably.
Yeah.
Aw.
Poor guy.
Look, I'm just going to say this.
Hey.
Miz is a handsome man.
This is a good looking dude.
Just saying, if you've ever needed an example of recessive genealogy, thar it be. Like, there's there was probably about a 75% chance we got something very different than the Miz we got.
Yeah.
Just saying, as far as genetics go. We got the best Miz we were going to get. And you know what? He's awesome.
Mm-hmm. No. No.
Okay.
He's awesome.
What did he come to do?
Play?
Yes, in fact, song says as much. That's how you know it's true. Oh, we have
What
to
does
have
Mrs. That song say?
I'm here.
I just love the leaning in part. It's my favorite. Oh, God.
Look, I'm just saying.
Sweaty Daddy versus Mrs. Daddy.
I'm very upset
WrestleMania.
that I didn't think about this, but I think I got to retire Repo Man. I think I'm getting
George?
Is that his name?
George going to be in your corner?
You know what? I feel like George is in all of our corners. Might have to put one over there in your corner just in case.
Oh, my God. No.
If I give myself a George,
I swear to God.
Just give me the picture you want. If I get
I want one of Liv Morgan.
If I get a new George, I'll make you a new Liv. Okay?
All right.
Fair trade. Can I have George if you get a new Liv?
Well, you can have George all you want.
I got George.
Keep George out of my corner. My corner remains Liv.
I'm gonna
Because I love Liv Morgan.
build a button just for you. All right. I'm gonna put a picture of
Hashtag
George on my
commitment.
phone.
Yeah, you do that.
don't
That's
know how-
commitment.
I'm not that committed. He
Apparently,
should be.
Mrs. Dad and Mom aren't together anymore, so oops.
What-
Ellie says, "Oh, hush, Nate, you're a talent, and we need to figure out how to get into contact with Cody
Huh?
because she thinks we need to be on a commentary table."
Oh dear God. Did she say on or through? Because she has a point with one of those. Oh, Mrs. Dad. Mrs.
Paul
Dad.
Bearer.
Oh.
Undertaker.
Even Paul Bearer is looking at that and going, well, he's not really doing much of anything.
No,
at this
he's
point.
not.
But still.
Ms. Zanin. Mike Mizanin.
Ms. Zanin.
George is your dad.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I know we're not talking about it a lot, but the Usos dragged a good match out of the Co-Besties.
Yes.
It was fun.
And we had a spot in there that should not have existed.
Is it the frog splash?
As is, okay, yes. Look, man, I don't know much about frog. This thing happens when people come off the top rope.
Mm-hmm.
It's the, they're staying upright. This ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
And that frog splash was as committed and as simultaneously committed and not committed as a frog splash could be.
Mm-hmm.
The arms went down, the legs went up, but he still remained perfectly perpendicular.
Yeah.
And ensuing result happened. Good Lord.
I mean, that's how you know Miz is going babyface, though.
He's doing babyface stuff.
Lots of babyface stuff.
Weird.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I didn't like the frog splash, but I like the story of he's trying to do whatever he can to get the win. Like even the commentary is like he's stepping out of his comfort zone. He really wants to get this done. I was like, wow, okay.
I feel like he's developing into a good guy unbeknownst to himself, and he's surprising himself every time it happens.
Yeah.
And he has a look on his face like, what the hell did I just do? I guess I do this now.
Yeah.
And I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's working out way better than last time they tried him as a good guy.
Because it feels weirdly more organic right up until after the end of the match. Because that didn't feel organic. That felt weird. And I liked it too.
Yeah.
I told you, I decided to be a fan this weekend, and I enjoyed every match that happened. This started it all. You know why? George. George.
Are you saying
Just
you need
sounds
that
like
theme
you're
again?
just sounds like you're singing the Twilight Zone theme. And you know what? You might as well. George is okay. George is
He's all right.
George. He came to gaze. Just he's looking. That's all he does. I'm not entirely sure he's paying attention. Haters me. That's right. Because he's an amorphous shape and doesn't nearly look like a heart. Oh, poor Mrs. What? Hello. I'm a wee sum. That's right.
Oh God,
What?
it makes me so happy.
God damn. Like, you ever see a dude and you're like, hey, man, you should probably grow a beard. That'd be a better look for you. Or some people, you say, hey, man, clean shaven's probably the way to go based on the size and shape of your face. I look at Mr. Mizanin and I think, you put a beard on that, it's going to look like a worn bath rug just laying on his face. It's not going to look right. It's still going to be weirdly lumpy. And that's, oh, my God damn it. Oh, jeez. Oh, look, I'll accept that Mrs. Mom the Miz is a she looks like an older lady, and that's because she is, but she looks human, and she's having a reaction, and then there's that. Because that's look, I'm just picturing that's what you see. Like, you're driving in the left lane, and he looks over to check his blind spot, and he makes eye contact with you with like that. You know what you ask, because he's coming over. There's nothing you can do to stop Mr. the Mrs. Dad. Mr. the Mrs. Dad is coming over in his 1978 Country Squire. The paneling, wooden.
He's a star.
He's the best.
He's a damn star.
Oh my God, I can't believe that this was the first match of the card, Justin. This should have been the last match of every card.
Oh God.
You know what made me sad? Because I said this night of. And again, my reactions are not usually night of unless they're really visceral. Like they were with, oh God damn it, there's his dad. I was sad. I was legitimately sad. He wasn't out there for the rest of the matches. If they would have just kept cutting to him and just no selling everything. It's not even like I'm not saying sell like, hey, Mr. The Miz, fall down after Shane squeezes your face.
Yeah.
Saying just, look like you have a feeling, man. Like, damn. Like, I've seen produce react better. Like, it'll wilt
Bruise.
eventually. Yes. This man is indestructible. Holy hell. I hope to God. I hope and pray that that's a paid actor. I hope they cast that man. I hope that isn't really Mr. the Miz Dad. I hope that is somebody that they hired in, and they're like, oh my God, his face doesn't move. Holy shit. Hire him, put him front row, and make Miz hug him. It's going to be the best. And I wouldn't put it past WWE to go like, this is the funniest joke we've ever done. No one's going to get it, but he won't give a damn. Damn, this is great for us. And I hope Vince is falling out of his chair backwards as he's wont to do, watching this going, oh my God, we made him hug that dude. Oh, and I hope they give him like an extra. Oh, Christ, I don't want to go further into that. I'm sorry. Mr. the Mrs. Dad, you added a whole lot to that match.
Yeah.
The fact that the heel commentator saying, so I guess he isn't proud of him for, being his son and a world champion that main evented a WrestleMania. It was an okay one. It wasn't the best, but still, he main evented a WrestleMania, damn it. Still like that promo leading into it. The Diddy song and all the TV things. Oh, it was good. I liked it. I like all the packages. Take that one out of context, why don't you? Go ahead. But
Chris wants to know, why isn't Mrs. Dad hosting WrestleMania?
I don't know, man. I would watch the hell out of that. I'm gonna anyway. Might as well put Mr. and Mrs. the Dad up there. Mr. and Mrs. the Dad Mizanin father figure. Not Sweaty Daddy.
Mrs. Daddy with Sweaty Daddy.
He's just Daddy. Good Christ. What a great dude.
So just a couple notes.
Is he on Twitter? Can we follow the Mrs. Dad on Twitter? I'm sure he's active.
Tweet Miz.
What?
Tweet Miz. Ask him.
Nah, I don't want to see your dad on Twitter.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, because I'm on the inside, dude. Hey, Mr. the Mrs. Dad's son. Is your dad Mr. the Miz on the Twitters?
So a couple notes.
Tell him I said hi.
A couple notes I made. People may be wondering why.
A couple? Here we go.
Yeah. People may
I don't
be
know what to
wondering-
do to fix him. I'm thinking we just bring out an asphalt miller and then just repave over him. I think that's what we got to do.
So
I'm an ugly man, but God damn it, man.
I chose this GIF specifically.
I love I love it. Oh,
Because this was the angle.
oh,
This is where I was like,
oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, guys, I let us down.
yeah,
That's a good Miz right there.
yeah.
Aw.
I mean, at the time, I still thought one of them was turning at the end of the match.
I thought for sure it was going to be Miz because it's
That's
natural.
the easy route.
It's natural. It feels good. And it's Shane, man. Shane's supposed to come out and say, hey, what up? Insert city name here.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes, yay, he said our name. It's good.
So, and then that was a fun little spot. Mr. Miz is just not good at this.
Yeah, he is. You just don't know it. He's playing on a whole different level. You're trying to watch wrestling here. You know what he's giving you? Human drama, the existence. He's showing the long game. He's playing the long game. He's reacting now. That's like a full week worth of
He needs
drama.
a full 2 days of.
Yes, we needed 2 days of George Miz's the Dadamania. This would be the greatest thing that's ever happened. Miz Dadamania. We got sued again. God damn it.
Let's see. Also admired Miz trying new things, specifically babyface things. Cough, frog splash. Felt very Cena trying to drop kick.
Or like Cena doing the leg drops and stuff.
Yeah.
Off the Cena on a rope.
Yeah.
You don't need to. You're a large man. Don't do that.
And
No.
I guess Sweaty Daddy is the bad guy now.
Like, you know what? Yeah, you should be. Go ahead. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, no, that was later. I said I wasn't excited, and then I got excited later. Hold on, I'm going to belch.
All right. And Jenny wants to know if you're fishing for compliments. And Ellie wants to know, why isn't Repo Man hosting Mania? Because he's not Mrs. Dad.
Because he's going to... Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, he's smiling. So, yeah, that's not his dad. Yeah. Good Lord. Mr. Miz is just not good at this. Oh, dear God. And then, yeah, I will at least say Shane, after the match, goes over, consoles Miz and George. And then immediately attacks the Miz.
Yeah.
I thought it was an explosive attack.
Yeah.
It was very good. I wish it was a little more brutal and a little more vicious, but it definitely had a shock factor. And good. We're done with the besties thing, and we could build towards a Mania thing.
Well,
They went to the Best in the World tournament, and they got a storyline for Mania out of it.
Yeah. And I also like
That's
that.
a hell of a salvage right there.
I also like that they didn't take the easy route. Like we said, Miz being the bad guy is the easy route because he's natural at it. And here's the thing that's craziest is it worked.
Yeah.
Like it may have worked better than any turn in recent memory.
That being said, it's Cleveland.
Yeah, but then the next night or the 2 nights later on SmackDown, people were booing the hell out of Shane.
Son of a bitch. I can't
That
believe
means
they were
it
able to pay
worked.
attention. I can't believe they were able to pay attention to that match with George the Miz.
Being all great and stuff.
I know. I don't know if you know this. He's
Oh God!
what?
Thank you, Chris.
What?
Chris tweets at Mike the Miz, "Hey, Mr. the Miz's dad's son. The Nate Project wants to know if Mr. the Miz's dad is on the Twitters." Thank you, Chris. That was kind of the greatest. The best.
I'll let you know the answer if it comes back.
Hey, Mr. the Miz's dad's son.
And if he's not on Twitter, guess who needs to make fake Twitters?
Yep.
Mr. George.
Oh my God, that was great.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Not all of the notifications bother me.
Yeah.
Some of them make me happy. They all do. I'm fine. Oh, good Christ.
So I mean,
Shane committed to being an a-hole.
and
it
worked.
He's a McMahon. He knows how to do it. He very well can.
The promo on Tuesday was amazing. The crowd was hot to hate him, like booing, like legit booing. Gotta get heat booing. And whenever Miz shows up, probably next week, they're gonna cheer the hell out of Miz.
I hope that Shane at WrestleMania has his 3 kids there. They're all like in their 30s now. They were kids last time. They're in their 30s now, and I hope there's just as smarmy an a-hole as we know Shane can possibly be. And I hope they just dance.
You noticed on Tuesday he didn't dance.
Oh, what?
He just walked out.
Please
and now he also didn't do "What's up?"
I'm
Obviously.
sure. What's up? And I hope he says like whatever the opposing sports team name
Party.
is. Here's the ultimate heel move.
40 minutes on Mrs. Dad, by the way.
Actual heels. Was he wearing like dress shoes?
I didn't notice.
Probably
not.
Just put
He was wearing a leather jacket.
Put the Jordans away. Of course, because he just wasn't sweating enough. Let's put leather on this man. Jesus Christ!
Well, Grayson
Holy
George
hell.
is wearing a leather jacket.
Oh, God damn it! Oh, so Sweaty Daddy is the bad guy now.
Sweaty Daddy's the bad guy, and Mrs. Dad is the star.
Expect more sweat.
Oh, God. So next, somebody earlier said, I think it was actually Chris, said everything that Mandy Rose and Asuka wasn't a good match. Technically speaking, no. But it was way better than I expected it to be. I expected it to be like just demolition. I expected...
Here comes the axe. Here comes the smasher.
Here comes I expected Asuka to just run through her. But no, it was a come down match.
Yeah.
It was a second match on the card, as I've come to know them to be. So it was what it was.
I mean,
with a little bit of story in it.
You expect a hot open out of the Usos. You did not expect a hot open out of Sweaty Daddy and The Miz, but hot damn, there it was.
Yeah.
And then, this is, like you said, come down match. And
2 SmackDown matches first. Was another note there?
I can't remember who it was. I never remember who it was. I remember what was said, but I remember it wasn't me that thought it. When Mandy Rose comes out, it always looks like Sonya Deville didn't sign a release to have her image used. Mandy. Poor Sonya. I like Sonya so much better. I really do. She is. And the more that she talks, the better. That was
Hey,
another.
Tom, can you shut up?
That was another thing on the pre-show. Was
Mandy's 2 feet away from me.
was
Why are you ruining this?
EC3 decides to finally do some speaking, and basically comes up to Mandy Rose. Hey, how are you, lady, person, thing that happened? Hi, I'm the EC3. To which Sonya's like, why don't you beat it?
Yeah.
No one's impressed here, especially me. It's like, oh, that makes sense. And it was great for her. And it's like, what are they doing with EC3?
I don't know.
Please don't run off EC3. People are saying they had like
As
a
they
main
wanted
event
to
match,
do.
EC3 versus Tyler Breeze.
You know what's funny?
And
is
Tyler Breeze wins.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, that's a death knell. So poor Tyler Breeze had to come out on Twitter. It's
yeah.
like, when did that become the worst thing that could happen to somebody?
No, right?
I can win a match. God damn.
Well, it's funny because like every other week, everybody's saying they're wasting Breeze on main event. And now he beats EC3, and it's like, they're going to release EC3 because he lost. It's main event. It's a chance for them to wrestle.
Leave him alone.
Golly.
They're miracles. Jesus.
I may not know my flowers, but I know what a bitch is.
Your wavering in that voice is far too perfect.
You're welcome.
Good Lord.
It was nice how Mandy got some offense in. I love that knee strike. She's
really
coming
good.
around. She's coming along nicely,
And she's got some weird power game to her too,
Yeah.
which is great.
yeah.
You don't expect that combination of well, it's Beth Phoenix, but I guess. But ends up being, it wasn't necessarily Asuka dominating, though she was very dominant. It was a miscommunication with Sonya, which led to a little bit of discontent between Fire and Desire.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Yeah, I know the finish wasn't great, no, but if it's leading to story, then I'm with it.
It was serviceable enough.
Right.
Because there was a moment where I was like, "Gee, did she really... when the apron was way up in the ring for a long time, I was like, okay, that's going to be there for a reason. And then Mandy trips on it or slips on it, and I was like, oh, there's the reason. But it still looked like she tripped and or slipped on it. It didn't look like, acting.
Oh, I fell over.
What has happened? What has gone wrong? Why must this happen to me? Damn it, Sonya. Why? No, it was, that thing happened. Oh, sorry for the miscommunication.
Whoop. Like locked in immediately. So,
I already know the answer. I don't know why I would ask that. Which one's smoother? Joe locking in the cookie and clutch or Asuka locking in the Asuka lock? Because the answer is the cookie and clutch. You see him suck Ray in?
yeah.
He grabbed like the waistband, just
Yeah.
and he was, every limb was immediately engulfing Ray. And he was literally engulfing Ray.
Yeah.
It was the sweetest, sickest, evilest looking coquina clutch he's done. And they all look evil. This one especially. Asuka lock, very close. She seems natural and very fluid when she gets at anything she does. And the only other women's finisher that I feel is like close to that fluidity is like about 20% of Code of Silence from Carmella. When she rolls into it, it's like, oh shit, there it is. Oh, it's great when it hits. Asuka's Asuka lock looks that way every single time. Fluid. Why is it still up there? High five, Mrs. She's praying he goes away. She literally has her hands. It's just like, oh God, whatever deity exists, please save me from this monster who's trying to envelop. It's just, what does it say on his thing? Oh, it's a gold chain. Why is he wearing a gold chain?
Because he's Mrs. Dad. Shut up.
Don't you have to have a neck to wear a gold chain?
It's Mrs. Dad.
It
Shut
seems like
up.
a thing.
What is your problem?
If you don't have a neck, I don't think it counts as a gold chain. Since he looks kind of like a thumb. Oh my God, he's a thumb with a hairpiece. That's a ring, I think. Yes, exactly. A ring goes on that, not a necklace.
I can't believe we did 40 minutes on Mrs.
I got
Dad.
another 40. Here we go. God damn, look at that mustache.
So we-
I've not even addressed the mustache because I've been distracted by everything else.
So backstage,
He wears glasses. He's got bad vision. Who saw that coming with that misshapen head?
the New Day comes back and they see that Kofi's still waiting outside the door.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, well, what are you doing waiting out here, man? Let's go in. We're going in. And so they go in.
Kofi
and-
trying to play within the rules, trying to do everything right, as he's done for 11 years.
Yeah.
And then he's got his cohorts there like, no, we need to champion the cause of Kofi.
Yeah. And so they go in, and Mr. McMahon immediately, well, I've been waiting for you.
A bit of a miscommunication. I don't think they quite had that worked out together, but they still plowed right through.
Yeah.
Why are you keeping him waiting? I've been waiting for you,
Yeah.
pal. Why are you keeping him waiting? I wasn't. Yes, and? Can you just get to the punishment now, please? Thank you, elderly gentleman. As much as we're supposed to hate Batista for beating a 70-year-old man, Vince McMahon is what 112? And all he wants is to get hit.
Yeah.
He had Kevin Owens like, headbutt me in the face. Okay.
Okay.
And
And you better do it for real.
yes. And who was the other person that just hit him? AJ, slap me.
Yeah, that was recent.
I'm afraid you're going to burst into dust. All right, bam. Because I got that bad feeling. He's watching Kofi's tapes. He's not heard of him before this. He's watching Kofi's tape. Of course he has. He knows everything. He's like, I think I could take an SOS. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
You're going to have to like do a forward flip, and it's going to be bad. Kick me in the face. Do that spinny kick thing. No. We can't do that. I start saying this out loud. I can see him take a boom drop.
Maybe.
I don't
Boom.
I don't want to see that, though. I think that's the Kofi's character, though. He's not going to do that. He's going to overcome no matter what.
So,
You want your match? You got it. It's a triple threat. 3.
Ian and Xavier are like, do the right thing, make the championship match a triple threat. That's all. That's how they word it. Make it a triple threat. Do the right thing. And Vince's response is, "You don't think I know what I'm doing?" Which is fun. First of all, he goes, "Okay, you get your match. You've got your match. The championship match is now a triple threat, but you better get out there because that match is happening right now.
Because your match is happening right now."
And Xavier and E, you guys are banned from ringside.
To which they're like, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Poor Kofi goes out to the ring, and I'm like, they're doing a championship match this early?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on for a
What's that?
second here. We got talk about the SmackDown Women's Championship. Who's Asuka working at Mania? Supposed to be Ember, but she's injured. And talk is Lacey, but she's not transitioning well to the main roster. Bad Nerves is getting nervous? Really? How? I haven't seen her in the ring, but since the Rumble. So I don't know.
I think she'd be fine.
I think next week we start getting answers on that. I thought for sure we'd get them Tuesday, but it doesn't look any clearer because it looks, unless they're going triple threat as well with Mandy and Sonya. Now, Kane asks, why can't we have Asuka and Nikki Cross, which is the other possibility. But he says, why can't we get a false count anywhere? In 3 weeks, they're going to get to a false count anywhere? Like, that's not likely.
That's hatred. We need to blow off this thing. Dean Ambrose, Drew McIntyre finishing post pay-per-view blow-off match.
Oh, she's been working live events and not looking great, apparently. Okay.
I hadn't heard or seen that.
Nor have I.
Hey, my thought on Lacey Evans is this: I don't want her to ever wrestle. I want her to come down and interrupt segments. Look,
they've now put Sassy Southern Belle on her Tron.
Have they?
Don't like that. But if they don't announce her as that, I'm okay. If it's a character trait, I'm totally cool with that.
I don't know. We've heard Renee say it a few times.
Also cool with that.
Are they giving Renee the Q words? Because it seems like everybody has like Q words that have to be mentioned during entrances. You know which two I'm talking about.
Boss time.
Ah, boo.
The big dog.
I just want to say this. Like, I've been on a weird listening to wrestling themes lately. I don't know why. Sasha Banks' theme is damned fantastic. It has been ruined for me by It's Boss Time. Absolutely and completely ruined by that. It's a good, strong open. It builds, and then it hits, and it's fantastic. Boss Time ruins it. If we get Renee saying, the Sassy Southern Belle, is that it?
Yeah.
It's going to ruin that. And
my biggest problem is
I don't like canned stuff.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that either, but it's really going to ruin it for me if they continue to announce her as that. Lacey Evans, the Sassy Southern Belle. Like, that's what they were doing. And I hate
attacking it in, that's her name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Okay, it's Boss Time and it's the big dog. Those are catchphrases, announcer catchphrases being wedged into the intro for them. It's part of the intro. You can't have a Sasha's theme without It's Boss Time or it doesn't work. You've heard Michael Cole be interrupting. He's like, I got to get to the thing. Get out of my way. Oh, kick a door down. It's Boss Time. Roar. And he has to. He absolutely has to. And you know somebody's in his ear. Say it. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. And he has to say it. But if your name is part of it, that's not good. No.
I don't like that. But, I like Nikki or Lacey, whichever one they go with. I'm not against a triple threat if that's what they end up doing. Because, again, Mandy has improved greatly. Sonya's really good. But I feel like that's one of them. Honestly, if they have a women's battle royal again this year.
That's what I was going to say.
Mandy and Sonya in it. Mandy probably wins, actually.
I wouldn't mind if that was like early in the card and then the SmackDown's Women's Championship was later in the card and whoever wins that goes on to that match or something. That's a little much. That's a lot.
Oh, look. Chris found Mr. the Mrs. Dad's Twitter.
Okay. Mr. the Ms. Dad's. Mr. the Ms. Dad's? It just sounds like I'm having a seizure.
So,
Mr. the Ms. Dad's.
So, Kofi versus KO versus D-Bry is up next. But
obviously.
I thought the same thing. I was like, that's weird for a championship match.
Okay.
To be this early.
Are they going to try to... Well, shoot, that doesn't make me feel good because that means they're going to run the Kofi angle now and get it, and they're going to blow it off now so they can get to what they want. Aww.
So Kofi comes out first. And I'm like, all right, well, here we go. And then one of the producer dudes from the side goes, hey, no, it's not a title match. This is what it is instead. And old Hamilton dude goes, this is actually a handicap match. Here's the bar.
He looks like upset by it too. That made me happy. Good for him for making it. What? That's ridiculous. Oh, fine.
Then I'll announce George.
It. Hero George. Okay, remind me that later.
Yes.
Hey, Google, make me follow Mr. and Mrs. Dad in like an hour. Okay. Dig it.
Holy hell! It's 10:15. We're only like 2 matches in. What happened here?
Look, George was only out there for 1 match. Thankfully, he left ringside so we can concentrate on an actual show.
Yeah.
Dear God. So yeah, Kofi versus the Bar in like some garbage.
Yeah.
And I like the Bar as just the brutes who are like, hey, we get to beat somebody up with an unfair advantage. We're in. That makes me happy. That's good bar.
You know what I
They're
hate?
goons, man. They're goons.
You
I
know
like
what
goons.
I hate though?
What?
Crowd chanting boring. Why not just boo? That's the desired effect. You didn't like it, clearly. Why not boo?
Or toss around a beach ball. See what happens.
Or chant Kofi. That's the desired result. That's why they're doing this.
I feel like they could have benefited from having Big E and Xavier ringside for that. Or once it was announced as a handicap match, them come out and just schmoz the whole thing. Beat the hell out of everybody.
Well, towards the end, they do come out and get laid out by Rusev and Nakamura.
Which I like too. It's like, wow, that's a bunch of garbage. Oh, everything's getting in Kofi's way. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And it's a place for Rusev and Nakamura. It's like these evil thugs. You're looking to impress Mr. McMahon? Go squash this hope and dream out there.
So
that's a great place to be.
I mean, my only note was, whoa. Because, I mean, it was some garbage, but, like, it was garbage for the right reasons.
Right.
To
make you upset. And honestly, I feel like it's a good showing for the bar, too. Yeah. Showing that they can be devastating brutes who can smash a dream. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. You just leaving it up there? Is this us? Is this the show now? Is this what it is? You sure you want that? That's the one that's going to be... I'm going to get two different Georges. One in your corner looking lovingly over to the other George.
No.
Together they will make the perfect The Miz.
No, there is no George in my corner. I live in my corner, and that's it. That's all I need.
It's legitimately making my chest hurt looking at his face. Like, I feel like he's bad for... Like...
You know, I'm going to bring the theme up over here so you guys can hear it.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh, dear God. I got to follow him on Twitter, by the way.
I know, me too.
Awesome!
This makes me so happy.
If you were to write a song with Legos, this would be it. It's just such basic construction that I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Entirely too happy.
Oh, God.
Entirely too happy.
I've had enough of Mr. The Miz Dad.
All right, so up next is Ricochet and Aleister Black.
Now, this is the point where I was like, hey, you know what I like? Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
This, I feel, was the best showing by Aleister Black that we've seen, and they've all been good.
Yeah.
And this was the point where it's like, hey, Justin, you know that clip with the purely speculation where the guy's like, WrestleMania 32, Undertaker and CM go come back and fight CM Punk and WrestleMania. I feel like instead of them have CM Punk and Undertaker having a match, they had a child, and his name, Aleister Black. And I think he gets that whole thing too. Aleister Black, the Dutch Destroyer. Mm-hmm. I guess we don't want Aleister Black, the sassy Southern Belle.
Right.
Though I would like Lacey Evans, the Dutch Destroyer. Maybe it just comes down to branding.
The
I don't
Dutch
know.
oven.
Nobody wants that. Even when you do it, you're like taking a hit. It's like, this is going to hurt me. Not as much as it hurts you, but it's going to hurt. So here we go.
Let's see. Ricochet Black versus Rude and Gable versus The Revival.
Yeah.
This was a great wrestling match.
This was fantastic. And this is, when I decided I liked wrestling. Because Revival got to be a tag team specialist, and you had Ricochet and Aleister Black being absolutely amazing. And Rude and Gable, I feel like Black and Ricochet Mr. O'Shea brought something out of Gable that night, man. Because Gable's like, oh yeah, I like doing this stuff. Let's go, guys.
Here's something fun.
And it gave some space for Bobby Roode to look amazing too. They all looked good. Everybody looked great in that match.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people.
Uh-huh.
All 6 from NXT.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody says NXT. Everybody says
yeah.
nothing's. That's a championship match with all NXT people.
Mm-hmm.
So
they had a North American champion, 2 NXT champions, and 3 of them have been tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Revival wearing Jaguars colors.
You pointed that out, and I was like, oh, that's... Lovely. Well done. Is this leading into Ricochet and Black getting a title match at Mania?
I don't know, because when on Monday, like it looked like continuation of Triple Threat.
Okay. All right, Gable and Rude a little bit more tweener now?
It seems like it.
I'm okay with that,
Whereas
too.
Black and Ricochet are the straight up baby faces.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I keep waiting for, like...
Because
I don't think Ricochet goes heel at any point, but I could see Black going, like, I've had enough of this. I'm an equal. I will hit anybody at any time. And I don't know. I love them. I didn't have much faith in them as a tag team. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is really good. But it's like, oh, I love them so much more as singles.
it's not a long-term situation.
As well, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It still feels kind of unnatural, but the more that they're together, the more it seems good. Oh, God. Was that at FastLane or was that on Monday night where they did their double pose thing?
Oh, they've been doing it
No.
the last couple weeks.
Yeah, but Aleister Black did it and it settles into his crisscross applesauce, because that's what the kids call it now. And the ref like checked him. Are you okay? It's like, leave him alone. Get out of his face. What are you doing? Are you okay? It's like, yes. Are you okay? I can't tell. I don't think he's okay.
He's not right.
Good Lord, George. But yeah, I mean, and this gave, with it being Triple Threat, it gave the Revival an opportunity to steal it via good tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
They won via tag team wrestling,
Yeah.
which
Very good.
is great.
Very good. Excellent. Up next on the card was the 4-way. Again, I like how they got there. Joe taking on everybody, really. I'm living in this place between I want Joe to be U.S. champ forever and I want him to like wrestle Cena at Mania. Hey, what's that on Mysterio's face?
I don't know, man. Is it a Centurion helmet?
I don't know. What does it say there?
It's got a feather thing.
Mask.
I think it's a shoe brush. Wait, no, something on the side. Musk. Must smell bad.
Joe is a killer again. Love it. You mentioned earlier, like the way he just kind of
Sucked Ray in.
Yep.
And he was gone.
Yep.
Gone instantly. And it wasn't like you don't get a chance to tap out. Ray was just gone.
Yeah. Up next is the Boss and Hook Connection versus the Samoan Slaughterhouse, which I don't know if that's actually their name or not, but I've seen it a couple times.
I think I feel like they're trying to let Renee be the branding for any of the women. And I'm pretty sure I heard her say Samoan Slaughterhouse, and it sounded as unnatural as it fits the players. Because wasn't Jimmy Snuka from like the Isle of Tonga?
Fiji.
Either way, not goddamn Samoa, but okay. So is it the Samoan Slaughterhouse and Tamina?
Maybe. So far, the only thing I don't like about the women's tag division is separate entrances for almost every team, except for the Iconics and the Riot Squad.
Yeah.
That's pretty much I mean, I understand for Boss and Hug, because
Yeah,
they were
they're-
both huge stars
And
before.
I don't want to lose either of their themes.
Yeah.
That being said, Tamina has a theme.
Yeah. Duh.
I don't think it was even that one. I think
No,
they used
it's
a different one.
Why doesn't she just come out to Naya's?
Uh,
They're both not like most girls.
yeah, like
We're not like most girls.
yes, most aren't from some Pacific island, probably, maybe. This bothered me too. I saw this on SmackDown. Rowan came out to Swamp Gas, to Harper's.
No, he came out to his old theme with the
Was
banjos.
it? I thought he came out to Swamp Gas. Okay, we gotta listen to that later. Because I remember loving Luke Harper's and I remember loving Rowan's.
Burnout. I loved.
Oh, Luke Harper's was the best. Never mind. You're right. He did come out to the thing. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. Getting excited again. I've been listening to music,
Yeah.
wrestling music. It's terrible. I shouldn't be proud of that.
Well, so this was a decent tag match. Boss and Hook Connection are a really good tag team. They
Well,
really are.
They said they've been studying under the Revival, that trying to pick stuff up, and it shows. And guess what? That's going to elevate women's tag team wrestling from hey, there was a time when women's wrestling was a novelty, and now it's a serious thing. when the tag team championships started, I think it was thought of as kind of a novelty. Now, granted, it just started. Bailey and Sasha are doing everything they can to make sure it's a legitimate thing. And guess what? It is. It feels good.
Yeah.
Even with Tamina and Nia in there, they still feel really good. Poor Tamina.
Well, you know what?
Look,
Arguably, my favorite thing was.
what's that?
So somebody named Beth Phoenix was over there on the announcer table.
I like it when she starts either getting a little tired or a little excited, and that weird Minnesota and or half Polish accent thing starts coming out, and it's the best ever. Beth Phoenix was legitimately one of my favorite women wrestlers of all time, mostly for this because that was great. It's a theme that lasts as well.
Yeah,
Glamazon was fantastic. I thought she was done, never coming back. Not a chance ever.
So
you damned savant, and I wrote that, you damned savant, said, oh man, you know what would be cool to see in the tag team stuff? Divas of Doom. And I was like, who? And you're like, oh, Beth Phoenix and Natty. It's like, oh yeah, they used to. Yeah, but Beth's like way retired.
picking up strong.
She's like way retired. That ain't happening. And I'd be damned if jackets didn't come off.
Yeah.
And underneath those jackets were some of the biggest arms I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
she's looking good, yo. She looking jacked, baby. She looking jacked.
Real. Yes. Absolutely.
She's looking jacked, baby.
It's fantastic.
So she's just really upset because all the work that's been put in, and Nia and Tamina took a shortcut.
Yep.
And she's like, we did all this. This is not what this is about. How dare you? And then they proceed to get laid out and beat up. And then Natty comes out.
Yeah.
Divas of Doom! Yes!
I like that Natty's just in the back in a cat suit.
Yeah.
Like she wrestles in like a suit that looks like a cat. And then when she's not in that, she's in an actual cat suit. Makes me happy. That's commitment right there.
Did you see what Tamina tweeted?
No.
You should have just stayed in the back playing with your pussy.
Hey, look, man, TJ's injured. I don't think that's...
Divas of Doom! Not really off subject since we were just doing the Booker T gimmick, but yeah, Harlem Heat is in the hall. You looking jacked, baby?
I'm psyched for Stevie Ray.
Yeah, man.
I always remember watching back then, thinking, man, Booker's getting a little push there. Man, I can't wait for the Stevie Ray singles run, and it just never came.
Well,
and then there was
because he joined the NWO,
and then there was that. And it's like, oh god,
now you ain't going nowhere, baby.
And then I had hope for like Harlem Heat reforming to be one of the people to go against the NWO, and then just
It happened, but it was well after the NWO.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh
yeah, I'm
says
excited.
Beth is Mania ready.
Dude,
She'd have to be 3 weeks out.
I'm excited to see that entrance.
So my thing is it?
I want to see Edge sitting ringside, just clapping. Edge just fangirling out in the front row.
Man.
Yay! Next to Mrs. Dad. Yay!
So the question is, are they in the title picture, or is it just a tag match against Simone Slaughterhouse?
I think, if anything, it would be that. I don't think they'd be in the title picture as of yet. I don't know. You got 3 weeks to develop. See what they do with it. But then again, at the same time, you've got making a hard play. Peyton, yeah.
Iconic.
It's terrible, but they're committed 1,000%.
Yep.
Favorite part of the show. It was pre-show. Something on the pre-show is my favorite thing of the show. The Iconics just harassing Sam Roberts.
Yeah.
And I think it was Billy was sitting on the edge of Sam's chair and just like edging him over, like slowly pushing him out of his own chair and just like weirdly threatening him with her giant yellow jacket. And it was like, oh, this is my favorite. What's going on?
By the way, did you see that during the whole show on YouTube they were doing a watch along?
Yeah, you mentioned that and you got sad.
Yeah, I
I'm
wanted
sorry.
to do that. I mean, I guess technically we could.
I'm watching the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm just saying. Carry on.
So up next, it's Owen versus D-Bry versus Kofi?
Ooh,
Question
what?
mark? Because they didn't really say. They just
Well, it's going to be a triple threat, and they announced it, and so it has to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has to be.
Yep. So
Oh, Kofi got his ass whipped earlier. It's like, oh, wow, so they are still going to rush the Kofi storyline, but he took a beating, so he can't possibly win. It's more unfairness. Oh.
so then Owens comes out.
Mm-hmm.
D-Bry comes out.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
And then Mustafa Ali's music
And the
hits.
crowd goes.
Boo.
Yeah, they didn't give a The crowd was like,
Poor Ali. Although I love what he did with that. First of all,
what all three of them did with that.
Yeah.
Quite honestly,
this was a great match.
all three of them got kind of a, oh, this is what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Ali got Rey Mysterio'd.
Yeah,
He got Rey Mysterio at 30'd.
and he's not that old, is he? But man, Ali played babyface in peril so good
Yeah.
that he got the crowd behind him.
Yeah, well, that's what he said at the end. He's like, I came out and nobody wanted me. They assumed one thing, but by the end, they respected me.
Mm-hmm. And you
Good
know
for
what?
him to turn it that way.
And as far as him being in this match, I feel like it wraps up a lot of those other storylines. It's like, who can Daniel Bryan possibly face at Mania?
Yeah.
Well, Mustafa Ali didn't get into the Elimination Chamber, so he didn't really get his shot. Here's his shot.
Yep.
He's done, maybe. Here's Owens. He's getting his shot.
Mm-hmm.
He's done, maybe. And it clears the playing field for like, who's the contender that's left? Who's the number one contender? Not just to having the title of number one contender, but who is the number one contender?
Yeah.
You have to eliminate all doubt, and there is the only option for that evil Vince McMahon, the corporation, the authority, to pick. Well, I guess we have to have Kofi do it. Damn it. So good. So good.
Noted if New Day interferes, they get cheered.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this was. Ew, what the hell was that? I don't know what that was. That looked really close to being something really bad. When,
Oh God!
when
Oh,
Owens dives to the outside.
Yeah, he does the like a flip over the top rope, holding onto the rope.
Yeah.
down onto
it was
Rowan?
Rowan.
And yeah,
Like
he had
this
some.
far from hitting.
He
the
had
table.
some speedy rotation going over, and if he wasn't in that little gap between the tables, he would have went face first right into the edge of the table.
And he gets up and he's like, like just all fired up. I was like, wow,
All right,
babyface
yeah,
Owens
playing
works.
babyface.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
I like it. But here's the thing about Owens. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It
Yeah.
makes me happy. The fact that I'm like waiting for it, and when it happens, I'm gonna be like, God damn it, there it is. I trusted you. He's gonna make me trust him. He's gonna make me believe in him, and then the worst is gonna happen. I'm gonna be like, of course he did.
Maybe the Tuesday after Mania.
Oh, maybe.
So, I mean, my final note was, it was a really good match. It really was. I mean,
It pulled a crowd around on action alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it had going for it was, well, I guess we're going to have to put on a good match. They're hating our story.
Yeah.
And they did. And again, another time where I was like, I'm a big fan of wrestling today.
Yeah.
Yay. And I'm getting storyline on the back end. Yay.
So my next note is, oh, come on. The Shield is going to main. And I know that because, like we said before, they start showing the promo package for the Man versus Shoehorn Charlotte.
Can we cover two things here once?
Okay.
Mustafa Ali catching that knee in the air to finish the match.
Oh,
It looked a little sudden and quick at the time,
mm-hmm.
but then on the replays, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Also, of note, I don't think we mentioned it in the Usos Sweaty Daddy match,
Uh-huh.
the Sweaty Daddy interception.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Coast to goddamn is
Yeah.
what that was.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
Miz, Sweaty Daddy doing everything to save the match, and Miz losing it.
Yep.
That cowardly son of a bitch.
That's
That's why George doesn't love him.
So, I mean, I was mad. My
Okay.
first note here is, so the match with actual ramifications isn't going to main, but the Shield is. The match I don't mind, but at the same time don't care about, is the main. The match with WrestleMania main event ramifications isn't the main.
Mm-hmm.
But Snarky Flair,
Okay.
fired up Lynch.
Can we? I want to talk about this.
Okay.
This was some of the best Charlotte. This was really good Charlotte, and I don't mean the band. I used that joke, and it didn't work then. Didn't work now either. Committed.
all
Good
those-
Charlotte. Yeah.
All those little things.
What? Charlotte was talking a lot of crap,
Yeah.
and it was great. And This is one thing I don't like about Charlotte right now.
Mm-hmm.
When she says woo, it feels like it's tacked on at the end of a promo, and I hate it, which means I probably will like it in the long run because that's how she's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But if she used that in matches like this, where it's like, oh, you tried to hit me and you couldn't, snarky, woo, I'm great with it. Or I'm so great, I just whipped your ass, woo, fantastic place for it.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing all of the garbage talking. Throw a woo in there, and I will be completely 1,000% sold on it and love it.
We have gotten top-notch Charlotte since Survivor Series.
Oh yeah,
Like since Survivor.
this is refined better than it has been too,
Yeah.
because she's kind of a chosen one. Of course, I'm a legacy, and I've cemented my legacy. I'm not going anywhere. I'm Charlotte,
Yeah.
and she's telling you that during the match. With Becky, who's been running her mouth no matter what, wherever she is. Charlotte running her mouth in the ring, perfectly fitting.
Yep. I like. There was one point where she basically puts Lynch in the walls of Jericho, and just
Yeah, the
had
sing-
it like.
Single leg crab.
Yeah. I was like, wowzers.
It looked like she was a methodical technician
Yeah.
taking apart a weak spot. Almost as if she were, who was that wrestler? Ric Flair, where he would do that chop block setting up the figure four. Yeah, he was a good guy. He wasn't a good guy,
Wasn't a good
but
guy.
he was a good guy.
He was a good
Also,
guy.
Charlotte had that little CF on her boots.
Yeah.
I know she's done that before, but I it stood out to me, and I was like, I love this. It was great. This was really good Charlotte. Without it having to be super relying on solely athleticism, she had so much character, and it did so much more. And then all of the other athleticism built on it. It
Yeah.
was good stuff.
You know what we haven't been mentioning this whole time?
What's that?
By the way, we've ended up doing play-by-play pretty much the whole time.
I'm sorry, but I
No, it's
enjoyed
fine.
wrestling this week.
Yeah.
I enjoyed wrestling.
Elias Rules.
Elias rules.
He was like they busted him out 3 times, I think. At all the main story plots.
He would come out. He was the troubadour, the town crier. He would come out and he would crap on the baby face and tell the city why it sucks in a song, and then he would get to the end of like, I'm gonna hurt your feelings, and then he'd sit there and he'd take it, and then he'd keep hurting your feelings. It was great.
Yeah.
He knows how to sit in a moment and really take a boo, man.
So like he crapped on Kofi, he crapped on Becky, and he crapped on
Cleveland.
Well, of course, Cleveland. What was the Miz?
Oh God.
Because Miz was the first one after the first match. He was outstanding that night.
Playing the role of an evil Greek chorus.
And we also should mention that Ronnie came out, sprinted out, and punched Becky once for so Becky can get the disqualification
And
to go to WrestleMania.
what I liked was the justification for it. I want to run through Charlotte and I want to run through Becky to show that they're both jokes.
Ugh, I hate that though. If she beats them though, who did you beat? Self-proclaimed jokes.
Well, that's why she can't win. Please don't.
Yeah, but then if she loses, now she lost to some jokes.
I guess, but then she can be mad about it and be like, I'm going to come back and destroy you. Rawr. Or I'm going to take some time off and go do a thing, and then I'm going to come back and destroy you.
I don't
Remember me? And she takes a hood off. Rawr.
I don't like everything
I
else.
brought Shayna Baszler and these other two I can't remember the name of either.
The
the Jessamine
stuff Ronnie did on TV, other than calling them jokes, was great. I thought she was perfect on Monday, and Dana Brooke was amazing.
Oh, Dana Brooke, she great.
She great, man. And then she took the ass whooping like a champ too. But just calling them jokes, tacked on to that video. Jenny has some awesome stuff. I can't wait to use. We just have to get it on this computer so we can use it.
I feel like with the whole, it's almost like
You guys know wrestling is fake.
she's doing that.
I get what she's doing.
It's like an extra layer of kayfabe
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what am I not supposed to say that's going to piss you off? Then I'm going to say it. Nah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're getting played because they're like being like, hey, go ahead. Make them mad. Make them mad.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead. Make them mad.
I'm not mad. I just don't like it.
I know. And
To me,
it
it's
still feels go away.
Yeah.
Not, oh, you bastard.
To me, it's pulling it from, yes, I need that as the last. That's the last match, without a doubt. To like, okay,
It does take a little bit away from the fever pitch, doesn't it?
Well, and that kills me because Charlotte and Becky are working so hard.
This is the best Charlotte we've had. I feel like Becky's cooled a little bit, but she's going to ramp up, man.
And then
Now that they've got her back, and getting rid of the crutch is a good thing. Tired of the crutch.
yeah.
I don't want to
That's
see
what
her
she
weak.
tweeted too. She was like, I hate this crutch.
Mhm.
That's why she tossed it out on Tuesday.
Good.
It's like, cool. Dun, 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 dun. There's a note that I can't read on the show. And then the Shield versus McIntyre, Corbin, and Lashley.
Oh,
You want your note?
I felt bad that I put that. The Shield versus the Shrug.
Technically, I was right there with you.
Because I was ready to hate it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, I guess we're done.
But it was, when you look at it, what it ends up being, it's basically the Shield's greatest hits.
That's what it is. It's the album. It's like, well, I think they had like 4 or 5 good songs I like. And it's like, well, they had like 8 albums. Hold on. No, there's like 12 songs I like.
Yeah.
It's all on one disc. Tell me more, Rhino commercial from the 90s, trying to get me compilation discs. All of a sudden, I love the Monkees.
I mean, was
they were
this amazing? No, but this was a good main event. This was fun. This was a fun 6-man tag. Shield's greatest hits.
And it got to show the Shield dominant because they're the Shield, not just because they're the 3 stronger dudes or 3 smarter dudes or 3 better dudes, because they were a cohesive unit. That's the edge that they had over these 3 arguably bigger, arguably stronger, arguably more vicious guys. The Shield was able to be more vicious as a result. And, man, it was a feel-good moment.
Yeah. And, ultimately, I'm okay with it. Like, at the end of the match, instead of being like all, Shield main, I was like, no, that makes sense. And then, they solidified it on Monday with the promo up front. Hey, Dean's going to do whatever Dean does, and this guy's going to wrestle Brock. So, bye. They leave, and Seth's like,
Come on,
fucking guy.
And then some guy came out there. It was terrifying. And yeah, you talk about greatest hits. We had a curb stomp on the table. We had a power bomb through a table, and then we had dirty deeds into a triple power bomb in the middle of the ring. Everybody got their stuff in.
Yep.
It's like this is how you would write it. Go home for a house show, man.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, thank you all for coming out. Good night.
Yeah.
Get home safe. Whatever. 3 hour tight or 2 or 3 hour tight show. We're out. Beat it.
Yeah.
And Seth said some bad words.
Yes, he did.
One more, very quiet for a long time. I was like, what is he saying there? One more. No, he had to break out the oh, boy. And literally that was all of Twitter was, he said the MF word. It's like, yeah, it was great. I hope they don't punish him, and I hope they just let it go. It was great.
All in all, FastLane served its purpose. It was a little less than, because last week I was fired up for it. I was like, oh, yes, they're telling me these good stories. I think it was a little less than I was hoping, but it was a lot better than it had any right being.
Yeah. I had zero excitement going into it, and I came in with lowered expectations, and they were far surpassed in every way.
Yeah.
I came in like, I just want to watch a good wrestling show, and I got a very, very good wrestling show from top to bottom. I wasn't disappointed in anything.
Yeah.
Everything served a purpose, and we had a bunch of different everything succeeded in different ways. Everything had a purpose in a different way. It wasn't all just the same thing. It wasn't repetitive throughout the night. It wasn't just, oh, the heels are being bad, or oh, the faces overcame. It was all good, solid story development leading into a fever pitch at WrestleMania, or resolving things that night, which don't need to go on any further, or a goodbye match there at the end.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And I guess just really quickly, before we start getting to our actual goodbye, just kind of like some high points, because Braun and SmackDown were good this week.
Did you see the giant face of Bobby Lashley up on the Titantron?
Yes.
This is the scariest goddamn thing I've ever seen. It's close with Mr. and Mrs. the Dad, but no, it's
What was
okay.
that?
No, please
What'd
no.
you say?
Okay, you know what? Maybe, damn it, if I had thought about it, that should have been a good background last week. Would have been just for this week, just Bobby Lashley's giant face behind us. Good stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand the purpose of Finn losing the championship.
I don't either.
There. I mean, it looks like they're. I don't know if you saw. It didn't make TV, but there was a point where Leo went to grab the championship, and Bobby looks at him and he's like, "That's my championship." So I don't know if they're looking at a three-way here, because Finn can't be out of that picture, right?
No.
And I don't know, like
Leo versus Bobby?
Yeah. I mean,
Look, I don't know if I can buy Leo as a face, but I don't know, because I was listening to his team as well too.
Yeah.
I think he came to collect.
Yeah, but if you throw Finn in there as the baby face and Leo is more of like an in between, I mean, does that work? I mean, that's the story they've been telling us.
Well, I mean,
does that feel like a Mania match?
Traditional wisdom would say, "Hey, you know what? We need big multi-man matches. Here we go." If they decide, to load some more stuff up in there, I can see that being a Intercontinental ladder match, maybe, or a giant multi-man match. I mean, the factors you currently have there are Finn, Leo, Bobby. That being said, where's Elias in this? Is he doing anything right now?
He was semi-feuding with Dean, but like that changed Monday.
Okay, and I mean, it seems like McIntyre is going to be kind of busy over there. Well, I guess McIntyre kind of finished the thing. I think it kind of
is McIntyre Dean or Roman at this point.
I would think McIntyre and Roman. Now that he finished Dean, Roman wants some revenge, and I like they're kind of weirdly splitting up those teams. Give me a little differentiation between the McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin thing. I could see Corbin in on that as well, because Corbin and Finn have a history as well.
Yeah,
and give me a little bit of discontent between Lashley and Corbin. A little bit of them rubbing each other the wrong way, and I could see a couple other people factoring in there. I mean, who else is kind of like flailing on Raw right now? Doesn't really have any direction.
Mojo.
Okay.
Even though he's not on television.
I don't want that. You know what? You're right. I don't want this. Forget it. Screw it.
Braun? I don't know. I have no idea what Braun's doing at Mania.
Let him host. Let him just hold Alexa up. Yeah. If he just comes out with her on his shoulder the entire time, that's fantastic.
Looks like he's going to be doing something with the
and then
SNL guys.
And then Buddy Murphy up on the other one and just make him kiss every once in a while. Kiss. He just flexes and they kiss.
Kurt Hawkins. Well, I mean, now that it's Hawkins and Ryder, I doubt that either one of them is in that picture.
Bray? I don't know. I have no idea what the Intercontinental Championship holds.
No idea. I actually, technically speaking, I mean, if we go by television, U.S. is Joe and the same three people.
Yeah.
Because, like, on Tuesday, it was them again.
I don't know.
It was in a tag team match, but
those are the ones that need to clear up a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point,
it needs to be done.
Is ridiculous.
It needs to be done. Like, have you seen everything that's been announced and theorized so far?
I started doing a rundown in our Slack. So let me scroll up a little bit here. So I did, as it sits, confirmed or playing towards. This was right after the pay-per-view. Ronda versus Charlotte versus Becky, confirmed at the end of the pay-per-view. Seth and Brock has been confirmed. It looked like they were playing more towards AJ and Orton. Which
yes, that has definitely been...
which is now getting confirmed. Miz and Shane, which got confirmed on Tuesday. Triple H and Batista, which got confirmed on Monday. Yeah, Cena's got nothing for Mania. I'm still hoping for Joe and Cena.
Well, that being said, another... I mean, if you want to go through the full list, I can step out for a sec until...
Well, I've got the ones that have sort of started. Divas of Doom, multi-team match for women's tag. And then Balor and Leo. This was before Balor lost the Intercontinental Championship. So
I'd love to see just a good, clean match between Balor and Leo, but Lashley's a champ. Lashley's part of it, man.
The tournament winner for the Cruiserweights versus Murphy, and the finals is Alexander versus Nice. By the way, I don't know if you saw that.
I was really hoping for Gulak.
I know, right?
But that match between Nice and Gulak was pretty fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Nice and you forget that he can come off a top rope every once in a while.
Yeah.
And then he does it. And it's like, why? No.
Mandy and Sonya. I mean, whatever they're doing at Mania is probably in the Women's Battle Royal. Kofi Mania.
Oofa.
And then my last note was the 4 weeks to tell. Raw Tag Team Championships. What's Revival doing? And then on Monday, it looked like pretty much continuing the story. SmackDown tags, Usos called out the Hardys on Tuesday.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm in for it.
I mean, it could be a.
It's a dream match, really.
It is.
I mean, the Hardys aren't what they used to be, but it's still the Hardys.
And the
Usos
if
can
this
get
ends
a
up
good
being
match out of anybody.
If this ends up being an Uso win, they really deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
But
and if it's the Hardys, then it's on the actual card too.
Yeah.
Just food for thought. U.S. title, Joe and ? Like I said, it looked like they're telling the same story. SD Women's, Asuka and ?
Right.
We're still not sure. And then Battle Royals.
Well, another one that was talked about. I don't know if you listed it there. I'm sorry. Kurt Angle saying he wants his last match to be this Mania.
Right, that happened on Monday. So I put all those right after the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So before Raw or anything. So yeah.
So now there's another singles match being added on there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, unless he's in the Battle Royal, which I doubt.
That's not going to be your last match.
No, it's probably Cena.
Well, that's the thing. They've been theorizing, as they're wont to do. We are they as well. Cena would be a fantastic end to that story because Cena made his debut against Angle like 17 years ago.
Yeah.
And for Cena to have Angle go home, that would be a fantastic end to the story.
Yeah.
That being said, does it advance Cena? Does Cena need it? Or is it just a feel-good moment for Kurt? Like, goodbye, thanks for everything, see ya. What if, let's go throw this out there. This is weird theory crafting. What if Angle gets one more shot at, of course, the United States Championship? They've had some fun TNA matches, Joe and Angle. And that would be a hell of a feather in the cap for Joe solidifying him. Joe puts him to bed. And Angle can take the loss, and it means something, and it pushes Joe even that much higher. And that would be, I mean, if Angle were to go for a title, why not the U.S.? Seems fitting, yes?
Apparently Kurt's list was Cena, Ray, Orton, AJ, or Taker. Orton and AJ are with each other. Ray is probably something with Andrade or the Battle Royal. And I mean, 3 weeks out, I don't think we're getting anything from Taker.
And you know what? I'm
way okay with this.
I've never been more okay. Never been more okay.
I'm way okay.
No,
with
I want Taker in the Intercontinental Ladder match. It's gonna be great. The Demon versus the Dead Man and some other people in the ladder.
People are still wanting that.
Go get them. They know shit.
Balor versus Taker. No thanks.
WrestleMania 36.
No thanks.
Paul Burchill. Is this just some washed up? There's a pirate ship. There's got to be a pirate.
If Paul Burchill is at next year's WrestleMania.
Hey, man. Kofi Kingston may be main eventing WrestleMania.
So you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
What's the last match? Because until recently, I thought there's no chance that the women aren't last. I thought for sure there's no way it's not last.
You thinking that for like a month time? Well, there's a thing about a build, man. If you hit that peak too soon, it kind of dies back off, and you got to work extra hard to pick that speed back up and move it forward. It's a lot harder to maintain than to get there. Getting there is great. Not many people do. Maintaining it's really hard. Building, once that momentum slows, is even harder.
Well,
if anyone can do it, it can be them.
I don't know that if this is just me buying too far into what Ronda's doing.
Ooh, I don't mind that idea either. Kurt versus Shelton.
Yeah. Shelton popped up on Monday.
That was nice.
Wrestled
I'm sorry.
Seth.
I didn't mean to, I just liked that. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yay. Your main event for Mania. You've got 3 contenders. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You've got Seth and Brock, Universal Championship, the biggest of all time championship.
It feels like there's no way Seth doesn't win.
Right. Well, what a great go home that would be.
Yeah.
Seth going away with the title and not having to steal it.
And you know what they've done wonderfully with that? Almost exactly like I said, don't give me too much. Because I'm in for the match.
I mean, they've been good about it. They wanted to let Seth rest up his back, so they want to make sure he's not hurt come Mania.
And then,
And it's been a better build. And Brock's mysterious. He's freaking Brock. He's a dragon that lives in a cave on a mountain.
Mysterious.
He's a jerk. Phantasmo isn't just some. So you've got Seth and Brock is your one potential main.
Right. I mean, it's Brock. It's hard to...
But you've got 3 weeks. You can get to a fever pitch real fast when Paul Heyman shows up. You've got Charlotte, Becky, Ronda, which has been it has to be for the last month or two.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Kofi versus Bryan. It's natural. It's organic. It's grassroots, and the company seems to be steering into it. They're breaking out some amazing phraseologies that you don't hear.
Well, on Tuesday,
B+ player.
On Tuesday, they had New Day was in an in-ring segment with Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Whoever thought that would happen?
And you have E and Woods just championing their boy. And then Kofi just has to say, hey, no, I don't, yeah.
You guys don't got to get fired for me.
Yeah, I got this.
I got this.
And then Kofi lays some of the truthiest truth.
Yeah.
Some of the feeliest feel. Some of the realest real that a dude's laid down.
Like playing the race card without saying it directly.
I'm so thankful they didn't. I'm so thankful they don't have to. And I'm so thankful that Vince McMahon is wise enough to understand the tone of this era as opposed to eras past.
Yeah.
And that Kofi is able to handle it with such a grace, dignity, and without leaning on it.
A guy like me.
Uh-huh.
Perfectly put.
And it's open for interpretation, but there's definitely subtext to it.
Yep.
And he's not going to try to use that to get himself over. And he's not going to rely on it and use it as an excuse to why he's not succeeding.
Favorite part? Just tell me what I have to do, and I will do it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, how do you deny the man? Well, you put him in a gauntlet match. What, you mean more heat? Got to get heat. 3 weeks. Got to get to a fever pitch.
I got to tell you, so Kofi has to walk out of that somehow.
Yeah.
There's so much room for good interference that'll advance other storylines. Because Orton's not going to be out there without AJ showing up.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to know that.
And we should also point out that AJ has already gone to bat on television for Kofi, which is important. Because there's a reason for him to interfere, not just because Orton's in the match.
And you have a wealth of other faces that are absolutely got some individual beef with these heels or wouldn't mind doing some good for a good dude.
So it's like what? Orton, Joe, which I guess we'll find out more towards the U.S. title picture because whoever it's going to be is probably going to help. The Bar and Rowan, right?
Right.
That's everybody. Dude, first of all, that's a hell of a gauntlet. Second of all, again, Ian and Xavier. What do you mean we got to go through this again? What is this?
They get to lead the audience. They're the Greek chorus, man. I hate to go back to that, but it's a tale as old as time as far as theater structure goes. Oh man, we're a voice for the audience, right, audience? And the audience is like, yeah. Selling the audience on what they're to be thinking, on how to feel, or taking what the audience is naturally feeling and amplifying it and giving it a voice, giving it a presence. Here's how you feel. And have you ever felt more connected than when E or Woods are making a ploy for Kofi? No, because it feels good and it feels natural.
Yeah.
You can tell they legitimately care, and they're helping you legitimately care, as if you didn't already.
Yeah.
So good.
This has been great. This has been the best storytelling since WrestleMania 30 with Bryan, I think. I mean, there's been some great storytelling along the way, but long term.
The fact that it's Bryan on the other side of it.
Yeah. And Brian's the one who busted out the B+ player. I mean, he didn't do it on camera, but Vince asked for his opinion, and he said, well, Daniel Bryan said you're a B+ player. Beautiful.
Hey, look at Daniel Bryan. Recycling.
Mm-hmm.
Reducing, reusing. Champion.
The Eco World Warriors. Ew.
I can't wait for Rowan to have his own stable one day instead of just being in every one of them. It's going to be great.
He's not strong on the mic, that guy. How's he on the George?
He's awesome, Justin. He's awesome.
Hey, George.
Hi, Daddy. This is weird, man. Why is he so big and on a wall? And you know what? Look. Okay, okay. If you can, pry your eyes off George there for a moment. Okay. Look at the proper emotion.
Facebook is finally working.
That Mr. The Miz is portraying there. I think she speaks for all of us. Dear God, why must I suffer so? Oh my God, this man is close by. Yes. Eh?
Oh, God.
I'm going to go on goddamn Twitter
The best.
and follow Mr. Hero George.
Oh, my God. I'm so happy right now. All right, so...
That's going to be my new best friend.
Guess we got...
You want some commitment? I got you commitment.
do a little of this real quick. So they showed...
I think I know where you're going.
Old Ciampa
There
on
you
the
go.
other side of... Oh, I forgot about Cassius Momo. So...
I think this is the big one and the only one we need to hit. So I got nothing. This is the one.
Ciampa has a picture of Goldie and I are on the WWE FastLane to recovery. Picture of him with like a neck brace, and Goldie's got a neck brace too.
Never one to tag an individual, but he's going to steal the hashtag of WWE Fastlane and work it into his natural conversation about who?
He still has Goldie.
Him. I hope he never lets it go.
He still has Goldie.
I hope they have to make a new title, and then he comes back and says, I didn't lose this. First of all, when was the last time he was pin cleaned? Clean. Oh, Christ.
Want to try that again?
Nope. Look at Ciampa. Undefeated. Except for that unsanctioned match, which doesn't count, because guess why?
'Cause it's
Unsanctioned.
unsanctioned.
There you go.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
No, where is it? Oh.
Oh, and okay, I got a half a little one more thing for you.
Okay.
Was Velveteen Dream just throwing some Velveteen shade at Riddle
Well, yeah, and everybody really.
and called him a what? I gotta defend my title against one of the long lost Von Erichs.
Bro.
Is that what you were looking for?
Uh-huh.
Did I steer right into what you were looking for?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what you're saying is I gotta cut out just the bro, so we can use that as a drop.
Bro.
Just that. Is that what you want? Oh, come on, effing bro.
Oh,
Oh, man, that made everything clinch up. I don't feel good.
Come on, fucking guy.
Dummy.
Yeah. Oh. That's so mad. Dummy, bro. Yeah.
Bro.
Yes, I like the fact that is that Ellie that came up with that little team name?
Bruno. Yeah.
Nothing I love more than good branding. Cassius Ohno, Matt Riddle together.
Cassius Momo.
No, not Cassius Momo. Bruno. That's the best.
I didn't mention this. Just real quick before we go. I love Liv Morgan.
Oh, God damn it.
And really quickly,
Yes.
I'm going to give a quick update. Because there's no resolution to it yet.
Uh-oh. Oh, God, you did, didn't you?
Slid up in them DMs.
What did you do, Justin?
I slid up in them DMs.
Okay, private conversation, so can't share it. You don't want to talk out of school. Understood.
Well, I mean, there's been no response yet, but I haven't been unfollowed or blocked. So,
Hey, a win is a...
that's a win. That is a win.
Okay.
I thought for sure, that was the thing I was scared of. I thought for sure if I sent any kind of a message,
Who the hell is... Oh.
let me
Done.
unfollow and block this guy.
Okay.
No.
Just
No response, which sucks.
Give me like a size here. How big of a jerk? No, I'm kidding. How deep of a message? Did you write like a book?
No, it was a couple lines. Just-
Okay, good. Appropriate.
Yeah, I was just kind of like something along the lines of, hey, I know this is, this ain't cool, but like just wanted to say hey and see if you wanted to hear these songs I wrote. That was it.
Okay.
It was
Hey,
appropriate.
and it was a sell, which is good. Good. If you're gonna do it, it's like, hey, this might be a little self-serving, but this is what this is for, and this is an appropriate place to do that kind of thing. I'm okay with this.
And I figured it would be better than, yeah, I love you.
You're so pretty.
Which, I mean, I think and feel and believe I love Liv Morgan,
Okay.
but I'm not going to slide up in her DMs. to
Not
tell her
like that. No, not like that.
I would never do that.
Yeah?
I wouldn't do that.
Say it one more time and I'll believe you.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Oh. I didn't realize we were still under the watchful eye.
Look, he's going there. Jesus Christ, Justin. Please make that go away. I'm so sorry. Not that one. I don't want that was our background next week. I don't want to. Oh, God. All right, I'm doing cells. You enjoy George. Folks watching at home, enjoy the George. Who's going to be a mainstay on this show, goddammit? Hey, this is hashtag WrestlePals.
That's us.
If you dig us and dig what we do, big sell, patreon.com/ohhi-justin. OHHI Justin. It's $1 a month. You know what that does? Keeps hashtag WrestlePals up and running. Not just that. Keeps the programmed up and running, the finest music show on the internet. Keeps your music show up and running, the second finest show on the internet. Keeps the Oh Hi Justin pod fluid and indoors, which we like. It's the home of these ghouls demos. It's the home of what else you got over there?
That's Super Secret Project coming soon, like really soon.
Oh,
Like we're doing some work for it, like as soon as this is done.
yeah. And then the hashtag Russell Party, I assume.
Yeah.
The pre-tapes for
Eventually, we will get together and watch
the-
WrestleMania 2000.
the damned punishment that happens. Good Lord.
Normally, it's
Why
not.
don't you extend WrestleMania weekend out? There's your second day right there. 2000 and then whatever one this one is. Whatever year it happens to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good Lord. But throw a buck that way and it keeps this creative juices marinating, you know?
So I want to put this out here again,
Ah.
because some of you are already in.
Mhm.
When I get to $100 a month, I am going to do a 24-hour broadcast, Justin Fest.
Justin,
Although we were talking about one that might be completely separate.
Justin, you've done these before.
Yes.
They hurt. They're always a bad idea.
No, they're never a bad idea.
No.
They're always a great idea.
They feel good
Mhm.
several years later after you've blocked out the pain.
Oinky was like a really good bit. Like every 2 seconds, we're gonna steal that effing pig.
And that wasn't
That was at like 4 a.m.
Justin, that wasn't a bit. We were really going to steal that effing pig.
We had somebody on Twitch telling us, "Hey, I'll give you guys $100. You go steal that pig." We should have stole the
We
pig.
should have stole the pig. What were they going to do? Hey, they stole our pig. It was like, well, they had a pig.
Yeah.
Officer, what did you want us to not do? Not steal the pig?
Had to steal the pig.
That'll hold up in court.
Mhm.
If you want to message the show at WrestlePalsVA on Twitter. If you want to follow it, if Facebook is up and running, Facebook.com/WrestlePalsVA.
Apparently
Go
it's up
there
again.
usually and follow along with the show and participate. We love the feedback, love the interaction. Speaking of interaction, why don't you reach out to us individually? Say hi. Justin, if you can't give him $1, give him a nod. Give him a heads up. Play with him a little bit. He's always out there and always participating on the Twitter. At the Hulkster on Twitter. Say hi. He'll say hi back.
I will.
And he'll tell you that hashtag you the best.
That's true.
If you want to talk to me, it's going to take a
I'd
court.
love to talk to you, Nathan.
It's going to take a court order. But if you want to make sure I see the notification and it weirds me out and freaks me out right in the middle of my day, by all means, have at the Nate Project.
Have at thing.
It's weird. What I do is I like collect the number of notifications I get now, and it's like a lot. It's cool.
Oh, look at her.
Make me feel weird. At the Nate Project on Twitter. If you want to watch the,
I love you, Liv.
if you want to watch the back catalog of the show, the video is available on YouTube. Search for hashtag WrestlePals. Entire back catalog. See how wrong we are in literally everything. If you want to, not look at our ugly mugs, I understand. Podcasts wherever they're available. Search for hashtag WrestlePals and stuff. You know what? I think that's enough. Let's get the hell out of here. I gotta go to bed. Oh no, they're squeezing his face. Goddamn hashtag WrestlePals. I lost my keys and my little doggy's bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'll take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words to AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.